So the sentence that unlocks your shadow. So I'm going to give you a real shadow work prompt. So just get a pen or say it out loud. So the part of me I'm most afraid of to show the world is blank. Because I'm afraid it'll make me seem blank. And so just fill in those, whether it be something you know off the top of your head or something that is that you're journaling or writing down. For me, it was the part of me I was afraid to show as my sensitivity because I'm afraid it'll seem weak. And the thing is, yeah, I was pretty sensitive as a kid, and being a teenager, when you continue having that, it's just something it does feel like a weakness, especially if you're taking things personally and you're hurting and overreacting, and so like I naturally wanted to numb that out. So the fear, that's the shadow work, that's the shadow talking, that's something that's in me that needs to come out and needs to be addressed. And it's using those questions, and then when I get to the core of what those questions are, it's feeling where that came from, it's finding where that came from, and then being able to express that in a healthy way, having that, make sure to have the space to do that. That fear is your shadow talking. The work isn't to destroy, it's to ask. So if I own that part completely, what strength would it give me? And one of the things that it has given me is like I'm able to connect with other people, I'm able to relate to other people, I'm able to read other people better. And so that there is some strength into it, even though like I perceived it as a weakness at first. It's a strength, and it's a real tool, and it's something that I'm grateful I have today, whereas before I did not think of it that way. So it's just something for you, that there's things in you that could be unlocking your potential. And so it's like turning those fears, those insecurities, facing them and turning them into strengths. And that's the way to do it, is asking those hard questions of self. Content ideas for tiers 2, 3. These are the person who is stable but stuck to level up. So you keep getting triggered and don't know why. You just feel angry or shut down. So here is the 5-step autopsy. So 1, identify the feeling. So let's say it's humiliation. Trace the trigger. When she corrected me in front of my friends, I felt humiliated, I felt embarrassed, I felt hurt, and I felt like I was being ridiculed. So find the childhood echo. So this feels like my parent doing this to me, or an older sibling. And then it's like looking at separated from then and now. So like my partner is not my mother. And then to have an adult response, step 5. Breathe and say, ouch, this hurts. Let's talk later about this. And being able to be open and honest with your partner about how that made you feel, why that affected you. And so this is a test too. Like it's like if you should, and this is just me speaking on it, but be able to talk about these things with your partner. And I mean, if it should be held in respect and held with space and stuff like that. So I mean, if it's something you're not able to do, like that's something to look at. That's something to think about. Does your partner really have your best interest? Like it's important to ask those kind of questions. And also, do you have explosive reactions you don't understand? So let's perform an emotional autopsy. So steps 3 and 4. So steps for finding the child echo. Like this feels like my parent talking to me when it's feeling humiliated or embarrassed. And then separate from now. So my partner is not my mother or parent. And so I find with most men, that's where they get stuck, because they're not looking at those things. They just know they're reacting. And so I think having someone to discuss this with would be ideal or important, and someone to unravel or unpack this. So if you're ready to heal the root, not manage the symptoms, and then you're ready for your healing journey. So yeah, if this resonates with you, hit the thumbs up. Comment if there's something you have a question on. And if you're liking this, subscribe. And there'll be more videos where you can utilize just some tools. So the purpose scarcity loop. So you feel purposelessness and drift through life, which leads to low-grade depression and seeking dopamine hits, whether it be through scrolling, substances, or even just empty sex. So it's just step 1. your mission this week is not to find your life purpose, but to be useful to one person in one way without expecting anything in return. So you could like help a neighbor, you could mentor a kid, do a task for your partner sincerely. It's pretty much doing something for somebody, so it kind of gets you out of yourself and into helping somebody. And it kind of breaks that loop, and you can see how it, when you really do something for somebody without any attachment or wanting from somebody, there is like that feeling of like you're giving, and the appreciation that you get back is reward enough. That's how I find it anyway. Your search for purpose is making you depressed. Stop looking for it and start building it with this protocol. The micro mission protocol is one module in my grounded man system. So what I'm hoping to develop is like being able to make these videos, make things like some of the stuff that I learned for free, and to be able to have some tools up here, so it just to help you benefit with your life. And I'm hoping to maybe open things up if things are going well, to maybe making a program or working with people one-on-one. And so yeah, stay tuned if you're interested in that, or comment if you're interested in any of that. Let me know. I do plan on just making videos where it's just helping you and giving you tools for free. Like it's I feel like I want people to enhance their life, to make themselves a better version. The masculine frame versus reactive ego. So confusing masculinity with being domineering or collapsing into people pleasing. So the solution to that is to look at the two with a simple decision grid. So reactive ego decision is like, what will make me look strong or avoid conflict free now? In the masculine frame decision, what aligns with my values and serves the long-term health of my relationships and mission. So most men have no frame. They have a reactive ego. Here's the difference in how to spot one, which is running your life. And so it's just being able to ask oneself, like, are you, like, how you're reacting? Like, are you coming from a place where it's like, you think you're doing things because you think you'll be liked if you do something? Like, are you doing things and putting yourself to the side? For men is important, especially these days, is to look and find what one person needs. What do they want? What do they need? And to be able to express it. Because like when you're able to come from a place where you fill your own cup up and you take care of yourself first, then you can hope flow and give to others, and be able to not want to have that hook where it's like, oh, I'm going to do this for you, expecting you're going to do this in return for me. And it turns into where it's not really genuine. It's not genuine to do something for somebody expecting it to be done back. That's then it becomes a mind reading thing. So it's like, if you do want something, if you do need something, and if it is from someone else, ask for it. That's one, even if it's uncomfortable. If it's uncomfortable, especially, ask for it. This is what I want. This is what I need. I need your support right now. I need you to listen. I need some time to myself. I need to take 20 minutes. I need to take an hour. I need to go for a walk. I need to vent. Those kind of things. Where it's like, instead of something like, well, I'm going to do this for you, and therefore it's going to hopefully turn you into wanting doing the same for me. And it's like, it doesn't work that way. You become resentful at the person when they don't reciprocate properly. And that's the thing too, when you become that way and you start talking about your wants and needs, and then there's people that recoil and stay away from you. I mean, they show themselves anyway. They're not your people. So what could happen is those people might step to the side, but then you'd be attracting new people into your life, people that are on your same frequency and the wavelength.